Hello everyone, this is Teacher Vanessa here. So today we'll be looking at a question which I think that by looking at the question, I do not need too much effort because it carries only 2 marks. So sometimes, yes, there could be more than one ways in solving a particular question. And of course, time is not on our side. We want to choose the best, the most efficient way. So let's take a look at this question that is taken from Rosyth 2018, Essay 2, Paper 5, Essay 2, then Paper 2, Question 3. So Ethan has 3 cards, each with a different whole number printed on it. When he multiplies 2 numbers at a time, he gets the answer 24, 48, and 72. What is the answer when he multiplies all 3 numbers on the cards together? Yes, most students will immediately bring all factors of these numbers will come into mind when they are looking out for this question. I would agree that this is one of the methods, but this is not the most efficient, because looking at this question the very fact that it only carries 2 marks, it means that there could be another way. Because if I would list down all the factors of 24, 48, and 72, it is quite a lot. So how do I do this? First of all, identify where the question appears, and sometimes that could be a good indication of how much of the effort you need to put in. And the other thing is to be sensitive to numbers. Sometimes numbers are purposely drawn or purposely indicated for a reason. They are not randomly allocated or assigned. So looking at 24, 48, and 72, do you observe something in common? Just like 48 is 2 times of 24, and 72 is 3 times of 24, right? And then before we proceed, let's define the numbers. A bit of algebra here, but I think that is not that complicated. We could say that the smallest number is A. Okay. A means the smallest number. And then I would have B as the so-called the second smallest or the middle number, and C being the largest. Okay. And let's think about 24. 24 being the smallest, it can only be the product of this, of which 2 numbers. So you see that we have to ask questions. We don't just throw a solution to the kids and that's it. That is not learning. Learning is more than that. It's about asking questions to make them think, to make them reason it out. And that is what math is all about. So from there, okay, yes, ask them questions. So which 2 numbers? They will tell you that the 2 smallest, A and B. So let's write out A times B. We'll give you 24. Right. Then, which 2 numbers will give you 48? Of course, that would be, which 2 numbers? A, the smallest, multiplied by the greatest. And that will give you 48. And the largest number of them all must be the product of the largest or the larger numbers, which is B and C. Okay, so we continue to observe certain pattern now. I would say that easier comparison will be 24 compared with 48 and 24 compared with 72. So when you're more sensitive to numbers, you see that for 24 is half of 48, or I could say that 48 is twice of 24. And similarly, I could say that 72 is 3 times that of 24. Right? So when you see that, things will become clearer. So now is to look at the relationship between all these numbers here. What can we conclude of this when we look at A times B and A times C? So we have the same A, the same B. So we could say that B is half of C. Do you agree? So you have to ask your kids, do you agree? If your kids doesn't agree, then let's work it out. Let's use some examples to prove ourselves right. So why don't you do that? So now here, okay, after you have done the experiment, you know that this is true, we can rewrite the relationship here. Okay, B and C is of this relationship. So B is half of C. Alright, and then what else do I have? Let's look at this A times B with B times C. So in this case, you see that I have the same B. So whatever difference, whatever number of times this product is, then the other one is the same. What do I mean by that? So it means that in this case, okay, after isolating the repeated identity here, I have A and C. And what can we observe? A times B, 24, B times C, 72. So whatever difference now must be due to this A and C. So C is 3 times that of A. So you can work out that, based on the concept of repeated identity, 6 here, make it 3 here, so make it 6 here, 2 here. So now you have this perfect relationship here. I have A is 2, B is 3, and C is 6. Okay, now I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to use this. This is their relationship. But are these the exact number? Well, let's test it out. A times B. If the number 2 units is 2, so 2 times 3 equals to 6. So it cannot be this pair. So with this, let's try another set. So what if I multiply it times 2 here? You see that because we have reduced to the simplest form, so using a whole number, we should get our answer. So how about we try it 4, and then 6, and then 12. Let's try to see. A times B, okay, so this pair cannot be. It's 4 times 6. Yeah, 24. So A times C, 4 times 12. By right, you don't have to check anymore. I would say that that is more than good enough. Okay, but if you want, if you want to be prudent, go ahead. Okay, you see that in this case, you have found your answer simply. And more than finding the answer, you have a thinking process that is more important. You make your child think. And that is what I want to tell you. And with that, Vanessa signing off. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe or like my Facebook page for more of these videos. You can even come to my workshops for how to teach your children math. And have a good day. Vanessa signing off. Goodbye.